Welcome to Shooting the Shit with Rhonda and T. You show them you lost that tooth on the bottom.
Oh, shoot.
All right. Tonight we are reviewing Basketball Wives Season 10, Episode 11. But before we start,
smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to our channel.
All right. So this episode starts off with Malaysia and Jackie. They shopping at an antique store for Malaysia's new house. Cause she got all this money, but she needs child support. But I ain't seen her stop spending money yet.
At the antique store.
Mm-hmm. You know that's expensive.
Because they don't have nothing cheap in there.
So they talk about what happened at Jen's event. And Malaysia said, look here, behind that event, she was so stressed out that she needed a whole day to herself and she needed to go to church and talk to the pastor child because they really had her stressed out behind that. Really good.
Who she talking to, Jamal?
Oh, she was kicking it with Jamal for a minute, wasn't she?
She's asking. 8,000 square feet.
Well, she said she didn't know Ashley dated Tyreek. She said, I just met this girl. And she said, I ain't asked her who she been with. Here's the thing, though. So did you hear the girl had went online? And the girl said that she had told Malaysia at the bowling alley.
Yeah.
And she was wondering why they made her repeat it again when she knew Malaysia had already knew about it at the bowling alley. So clearly you're full of shit. You did know.
And then they weren't even, she said they were supposed to be going out and she said, let's stop through Jennifer's thing. So they weren't even supposed to be going there.
So you intentionally brought her there. But here's the thing, but on the flip side, I still don't understand why that was an issue for Angel. Girl, old news, who cares? But anyway.
Hell, there's so many other issues for her to be concerned about.
You ain't lying. When Malaysia was like, the girls were so disrespectful, she would never go around them again. So are you quitting the show?
That's what I heard.
Because that's mean without the mean, right?
But do you need a check or not?
Do you? Okay, because if you don't, let's leave this dude alone too. Okay.
Well, what church you went to, Malaysia?
Like you said, Jamal's.
Just saying.
So we're at Angel's
Oh,
store.
a prayer.
We're at Angel's store. Angel got this 2 little bra over her shirt. I don't know what that was, but it every time they showed this girl, she looked a hot mess. I couldn't. So Jennifer was over there thanking her for that god-awful outfit that she made for her. And she wanted her to know, child, now look, I ain't had nothing to do with this Ashley girl. I don't even know who that was Malaysia brought up in there. And she's just like, Malaysia is so shady for bringing someone that slept with my baby father. Once again, why do you care? Why does she care, Rockstar? That's some questions you need to be asking.
Who the hell is Tariq?
I guess that's his name.
He played basketball too? She got 2 different basketball baby daddies?
He was the basketball baby daddy. The other one wasn't, right?
The one that's deceased?
The one that she had the little boy, he wasn't no basketball player. I don't think so, because he just died. I don't know if he was in some mess. I don't know what, but it was the little girl, as far as I know. But she ain't been with him since she started the show. They weren't together when she was on the show, right? They were separated.
I don't remember him being a part of the show. And she's had other, like, she used to be with Jackie Long. Like, she's had other relationships, like public relationships. So, girl, okay.
So Jennifer talks about Jelani and how she want to take her time with this one, because I mean, let's face it, she's been with some weirdos in the past. So take your time. Please
I
do.
mean, there's many of us out here that don't have a great picker, but I ain't never picked no psychopaths like her picker is, whoo,
Horrible.
whoa.
Even that husband threw that damn drink in her damn face and all that crazy
I just
stuff.
saw a picture of him recently. Like it must have been like on social media, a picture of him popped up. He's like out in the middle of nowhere with Becky raising corn.
Child. Stop it. Stop it. Child. Please, if you find that picture, send it to me.
I gotta find it.
For whatever reason, that's Denny boy. He liked that scene. He
yeah, he don't have
made
no
us watch
haircut.
that scene
He
so
looked
many
like
times.
what's his name, son? Simone and Cecil's son.
Oh
and
my goodness.
With that knot on his forehead. He got that mustache that's scraggly. Yeah, I'll find it. I'm gonna see if I can find it.
Yeah. Brooke has this mind, body, and soul healing event, okay, that she's throwing because she's gonna start her IVF. As she says, she's having this picnic. Brooke, Black people, we do cookout, we don't do picnics, okay? But the setup was really cute. It was really cute.
Why is her man so scraggly? What the hell is going on? He don't have no barber or nothing to clean him up right quick?
Because he didn't plan on being on there. Couldn't you see he was irritated?
He definitely was irritated.
Yeah. So everyone is at this party except for Angel in Malaysia. Okay. They figure Angel wasn't gonna be there. See, that's the shit I don't understand. It's a sit-down picnic
You
at
could have did
someone's
that.
house.
You
And
I'm really like,
baby.
y'all keep doing these sound bowls. I feel like I need a moment. I feel like me and Kylie should go do sound bowls.
So some other girl named Ashley that did the NBA dude is there. She's a spiritual healer. Okay. They just keep pulling them. They just all out the world. We're here. Oh, you date an NBA player. Come here. You can do this. So they sit down and Brooke talk about her last IVF journey. And you know, how she wants to have healing within the group. So Jackie was like, well, speaking of which, what happened with Malaysia, since we're talking about healing in the group? And they tell her she always bringing somebody to the group with an issue, and they feel like that it's intentional.
Well, okay, so first time that happened to Angel, Jackie did that, not Malaysia. Jackie was the one that brought that girl to that party seasons ago. When Angel was on there. It was some white chick that Jackie brought to the party that was like, I'm, sleeping with your baby daddy. So Jackie was the one that did that to her first.
But they talking about, oh boy.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Zell, as messy as he is, has always been her friend. Like, she was coming up in there with all you girls that have an issue with her. So it doesn't surprise me that she would bring Zell. So I'm going to say, Jennifer, stop. He said you had bad breath. That ain't even enough to give a shit. It's just Zell.
And what's up with this girl?
That was shady. But I'm just saying, she's not the only one that's done that. So it's just Malaysia. It's not just Malaysia.
They're not going to turn on Jackie because Jackie's the mother of the group. Well, they will at the end.
Some people will.
Yeah. British was just like, look, our personalities don't mesh. I just can't rock with her. And Brooke was like,
I feel that, but I couldn't rock with Brooke's ass either. I mean, British either.
You couldn't rock with British?
No.
Oh. Well, Brooke says she good with the people that's there today. That means no Malaysia, no twins. She good with the people there today. And then Brandy do this whole, Jackie, I'm so happy that you're here for Malaysia because she needs someone on her side. And Jackie do the whole crying. And I'm like, miss me with it, because what we crying for? Okay. And then all of a sudden, British get this phone call and she snaps out on the person on the phone. And then she end up leaving the party and she doesn't tell anybody what's going on.
That was suspect. I think that was a setup, British. You already knew.
Yeah, it didn't even make sense what she
It
said.
just, no. The
Yeah,
how she did the phone call and all of that.
yeah, yeah. So they do the whole sound bath to remove the negative energy from the body, and they lay down and they do the sounds, and then Jackie wanted everybody to touch their nipples because she's such a freaking
Why does
she?
she stop saying that? Can she
She's
stop
such
with the
a
nipples?
perv.
So weird.
She's a perv. So now we got Duffy, Jennifer, Jackie, and Brandy. They meet up. They still don't know what's going on with British, so they say. Then they talk
Well,
to
everybody else
Jennifer.
do. It's in the blogs. The paper done said what it was.
Well, I guess it's supposedly this before it came out. Jennifer, they asked Jennifer about Jelani, that relationship. I'm kind of like, I mean, she like, I don't know what it is. They like, what he call you? He said,
They've only been dating for a few weeks. He
Yeah,
calls
I'm
her
like, I
sister.
don't
Like, how
understand
many
that.
places have they been? And why would they assume that she's been introduced to people already?
It's weird. It's weird. So Jackie takes this moment that she's gonna invite the girls on the girl trip. So Malaysia, Jackie invite them to this girls trip based around this movie role, and she tell them that Malaysia's not coming, basically, because she says she's not gonna be around them anymore. But she doesn't tell them where they're going on this trip, and I'm like, why?
I would never trust Jackie to do that.
I'm not coming.
Sorry, but I'm not.
No. So Angel told Rockstar that she was invited to the girl trip by Jackie, and she wants to do it. I feel like, I get bored. I want to do it. I'm like, once again, you didn't want to go on a picnic, but you want to go to this girl trip.
And based on what we saw, Jackie, that's what you invited Angel to come do?
Right. He say no. He was like, I mean, if they ain't talking about the bag or alleviating your stress, then no.
I don't blame him, because at the end of the day, you act like they don't be fighting, like physical fight with each other.
Here's the thing, though. I feel like if he would have been like, go ahead, she would have went on ahead.
She would have went.
Yeah. She's not too bright. She doesn't seem that she's that bright.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So British tell one of the producers that she got a text from her lawyer saying that she got indicted today. There was a warrant for her arrest, and she's looking at 5 to 10 years. I don't even know how she got out of that, baby, but she did.
She knows what she's done, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she acting like she's so clueless. Like, I don't expect to get a call from anyone tomorrow saying I was indicted. That's kind of information that you
already knew.
Have been made aware of.
Yeah. This is no out the blue. You've been going to court. Like you just watched Jamie's son go through the other day. And then he got indicted to a higher court. So it's something that he already knew about.
It's a process.
Yeah. So Jennifer's on her date with Jelani. And they get to talking, and she's asking him, what does their future look like to him? And he said that he could see them married with kids. And she asked him, would his mom like he was like, yeah, I already talked to my mom about her or whatever. And she talked about, when she got married before, weeks later, she knew she shouldn't did it because he was a whole asshole, I bet.
And probably out in the streets because he's a ball player and other don't matter.
And because her parents was divorced, she didn't want to break off the marriage, even though she was.
I felt like of all, and this is crazy because it's Jennifer, but I felt like of all the things we have seen through this whole season, that was probably the realest conversation that, and I wasn't even mad at it because in the way I heard him say it, like, I don't know that he was saying he wanted to marry her, but he wants marriage and that kind of thing. I like how he didn't like skirt away from the conversation. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was okay with answering those questions. And I'm like, at their age, like, we need to know what we doing.
Because we ain't got much time. If
We
that's
don't
gonna
have a whole lot
happen,
of
y'all gonna
time
have to
playing
do that.
around. Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I appreciated that. Now I don't know like how far into the relationship, but I was like, dang, I feel like more people would not waste time if they would at least find out like a shit. He was very much clear about
What he's
what
looking
he
for.
want, you know, what he's
Mhm.
looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Not every man has that answer. I'm like, well, he thought about it.
Brooke and Duffy out here shopping for a trip they don't know nothing about. I didn't understand that. I'm not going if you can't tell me where we're going. Where are we going? None of that. Special trip with Jackie. I mean, if it was Shani, that's the one thing I'd be like, okay, Shani not gonna set us
well,
up.
Jackie just had y'all kissing camels a week ago, so we're
Come
not.
on now, she been to have y'all at a nude beach doing
Talking about
orgy or
where's
some
everybody
shit.
bring your nipples.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that. Brooke get a call from her husband and she tells him, you know, she's ready. She talked to the doctor. She could start her IVF and he's just not there for it. He was like, oh, okay. At that point, I don't know. Y'all might already know they ain't together now. So he clearly was in the feeling away then. Okay, like I ain't even trying to be with this chick.
I mean, I'm feeling away. I don't know about that, but I feel like, Brooke, go do it. Like, tell us when you're pregnant. I don't want to hear every week she's talking about IVF. Like, she ain't even started the treatment yet. She can't even say the shit got me feeling like this or that because she hasn't even done it. She's over here doing sound bowls.
Well, because she has no other story. So that's her storyline. So that's all she talk about.
And I don't blame her. If I was her, I would show up and get the check. I'm looking at the producers like, why did we go get these people? For what?
Y'all should have gave up. Y'all didn't want to walk away. The thing is, all that stuff happened with OG. Y'all didn't want to come back with Evelyn and them because it caused so much of a controversy. Y'all just threw these people together and it don't make any sense.
Back if Evelyn was still here. I'm not watching her ass on TV no more.
But that's what I'm saying. They knew they couldn't come back because of all the mess with OG and Evelyn and her mouth that they weren't ready to walk away. So they just threw some people together and it don't make sense. It don't make sense. And like you said, and these people don't have story. Hell, Duffy carried it the first 8 episodes. You know
how
what I'm
much
saying?
We gonna watch her at the darn DJ's booth.
I don't know. I'm done with it. So everyone arrived for this trip. Brooke says she don't think British gonna make it because she had to turn herself in. So at this point, yeah, she ain't gonna make it. She locked up. Okay. Jackie then took these girls somewhere in the desert somewhere. It was freaking mountain lions and shit out there. And I'm sitting up there like, so you was gonna bring Angel out here? That's what I'm looking at in the desert in her condition and all that.
I'd rather go to Marlo's cabin. She did have some wings and shit waiting in the car for you now.
Girl. So we'll see what happened. Next week, British gonna show up and then Brooke and Jackie gonna get into it. Because they seem like
I feel like they got into it the last time Brooke was on the show. But Brooke, how you gonna take over the thing?
I don't even remember Brooke.
Who decided you were in charge? And I ain't gonna lie, like I'm really kind of a 5-star girl. I'm really probably not gonna be excited to go stay in a 4-star hotel. And I know them bitches.
Somebody would have had to come get me. I'm not staying in that. Did you see that? That was nasty. That was horrible.
Jackie thinks she's funny. That's why she didn't tell them. That's why y'all should have known better. You can't trust Jackie with no secret vacation.
Then you gonna close us out? Every time I get on here, my mother is calling that phone, and she's the only one who has that number. Nobody else calls that phone, and she do it every time I get on here. What you gonna tell me?
And also, she's annoying.
I ain't getting nowhere near this conversation.
Channel.
Thank you. Bye, y'all.